Why do some companies remain merely good while others become truly great? Why do some leaders achieve extraordinary success while others stay average? In a 5-year study, a team of researchers analyzed data from 1,435 companies over a span of 40 years, searching for the secret that turns good into great. What they found was surprising. The most successful companies weren't led by charismatic, well-known figures, but by humble leaders you've probably never heard of. Imagine this. You're running a successful company. Profits are solid, employees are fairly satisfied, and everything seems to be going well. Yet deep down, you feel there's more. You could reach another level, but you don't know how. You look at competitors who are outperforming you and wonder, what are they doing that I'm not? Is it luck? Or is there a secret formula you haven't discovered yet? That's exactly the question Jim Collins asked himself, the author of the book Good to Great. Instead of relying on speculation or inspiring stories, he decided to find real answers through a rigorous scientific study. He gathered a team of researchers and began analyzing every company over 4 decades, looking for those that moved from being good to becoming truly great and sustained that greatness for at least 15 years. Out of 1,435 companies, only 11 met these strict criteria. Just 11. These companies weren't lucky, nor were they in fast-growing industries. They operated under the same conditions as their competitors, yet outperformed them massively. The researchers studied everything about them, leadership styles, strategies, company cultures, and found clear, repeating patterns. These patterns form the foundation of the book Good to Great. 1. Level 5 leadership. The first major discovery was about leadership. When we imagine great leaders, we often picture charismatic, powerful personalities who dominate rooms and inspire crowds with speeches. But Collins and his team discovered something entirely different. The leaders who transformed their companies from good to great were mostly humble, quiet, even shy individuals. Collins called them Level 5 leaders. They combine an unusual mix of personal humility and professional will. They don't seek fame or credit. They attribute success to their teams or external factors, but when things go wrong, they take full responsibility. Yet behind their humility lies a fierce determination, a relentless ambition for their company to be great, not for their own ego, but because they simply cannot tolerate mediocrity. This stands in stark contrast to celebrity CEOs, who often put themselves above their companies. When things go well, they take all the credit. When things go wrong, they blame others or the economy. Such leaders might achieve short-term success through energy or charisma, but rarely build something that lasts. Level 5 leaders, on the other hand, build institutions that endure for decades. This doesn't mean charisma is bad or that leaders should be weak. It means that ego and self-promotion aren't necessary for greatness. In fact, they often get in the way. A Level 5 leader always asks, what does the company need? Not what will make me look good. That subtle shift in mindset changes everything. 2. First who, then what. The second principle Collins discovered he called first who, then what. Most leaders start with a vision or strategy. They decide where they want to go, then find the right people to get there. But great companies did the opposite. They first got the right people on the bus, removed the wrong ones, and only then decided where to drive it. Why does this matter? Because when you start with the right people, several things happen. First, if you need to change direction, and you will, the right people adapt. Second, you don't need to constantly motivate or micromanage them. The right people are self-motivated and self-disciplined. But who are the right people? They're not necessarily the most talented or technically skilled. They're those who share the company's values, take responsibility, and have personal discipline. A highly talented person who doesn't fit your culture is the wrong person, but someone with the right attitude and character, even if less skilled, can grow into greatness. 3. Confront the brutal facts, yet never lose faith.
The third principle is what Collins calls confront the brutal facts. It's simple in theory, but difficult in practice. Most people are either blind optimists who refuse to see problems or pessimists who lose hope at the first sign of trouble. Great companies do both at once. They face the harshest realities head-on while maintaining unwavering faith that they will prevail in the end. This balance of realism and faith enables smart, steady decision-making even in the hardest times. 4. The hedgehog concept. Next comes one of the book's most powerful ideas, the hedgehog concept. Collins borrows from an old Greek parable. The fox knows many things, but the hedgehog knows one big thing. The fox is clever and chases many opportunities, but he's scattered. The hedgehog is simple. He focuses on one thing and does it brilliantly. All great companies share this focus. They deeply understand one thing they can be the best in the world at and stick to it. The concept emerges from the intersection of 3 circles. 1. What you can be the best in the world at. 2. What drives your economic engine. What creates the greatest profit per effort. And 3. What you are deeply passionate about. Being honest about these circles is critical. It's not about what you wish you could be best at, but what you realistically can be. That often means letting go of areas you once thought defined you, or admitting that competitors are better in certain fields. But that honesty frees you to focus your energy where you truly can lead. 5. A culture of discipline. The 5th discovery is about discipline. Great companies have a culture of discipline, not tyranny or bureaucracy. When you have disciplined people engaging in disciplined thought, taking disciplined action, you don't need excessive rules or hierarchy. A culture of discipline means freedom within a framework. The framework is the company's values and goals. Within that, people have great freedom in how they achieve results, but they remain consistent and accountable. Mediocre companies swing between chaos and bureaucracy. They start with freedom but no direction, resulting in disorder. Then, in response, they impose heavy bureaucracy that kills creativity. Great companies find the balance. 6. Technology accelerators. Collins found something surprising. Technology never caused a company's transformation from good to great. That doesn't mean technology isn't important. It is, but it's never the starting point. Great companies carefully choose technologies that align with their hedgehog concept and ignore the rest of the noise. Mediocre companies fall into what Collins calls the technology trap, believing that adopting the newest system or tool will magically fix their problems. They spend millions on innovations without clarity, and all that technology does is accelerate the chaos. 7. The flywheel effect. Finally, the 7th principle, the flywheel effect. Transformation doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. There is no miracle, no single program or innovation that suddenly changes everything. It's a gradual, cumulative process where consistent effort in one direction builds unstoppable momentum over time. That's how companies move from good to great, not through one breakthrough moment, but through a series of steady, disciplined steps. Hiring the right people, confronting brutal facts, finding your hedgehog concept, building discipline, and using technology wisely, all of this compounds to create momentum. The problem is, most leaders lack the patience for this process. They want instant results, dramatic turnarounds, and big headlines. But real transformation is quiet, consistent, and long-term. By the time the world notices, the flywheel has already been turning for years. This requires a different kind of leadership, patient, persistent, and focused on long-term greatness rather than short-term glory. Level 5 leaders understand this. They're not chasing a single big win, they're building greatness step by step, day by day, year after year.